It's not the same thing. And besides that, if you sat where the tourist goes, where you're on Ocean Drive, you get that big globe of a drink.
$700. It's
and you can take it to go. You don't finish it.
It's 7 liters of whatever you're drinking. Yeah. So nice Monday afternoon, everybody. We are so excited. Back to school started today for most schools. Not my kids, but your kids, Mike. Are they back at school?
Nope.
So I guess it's not back at school Monday. Jay, your oldest daughter is at school?
My kids are at school.
Your youngest too started school today.
This is a terrible lighting. This is a terrible shot. Fix this next time. I'm going to do my back for now. It's it is back to school for me and my family, and it's the first time they're at the same school. First time ever. One drop off. So I'll still be late, but that's just by default.
Well,
I'm choosing to just be late.
We don't look at the outcome. We don't base ourselves. We disconnect from the outcome.
At least we try to.
And we accept our faith as best as we can. So what if we started with our first video? We like to discuss these things that you guys put out there on social media, that you share, you like, you comment on. So we thought we'd give our opinion of these nice videos. Sometimes nice, sometimes not. What do you think?
Well, yeah. It depends. I mean, sometimes you might have something a little bit more profound depending on what you see. Depending on your state of mind at the same time, you might think that you connect more with one more than the other. But we're going to try to look at this from a neutral perspective and see what kind of emotion comes out of it.
But these are supposedly motivational videos, something that gets people going, right?
I guess so.
So let's start with our first video, Jerry. Are we ready?
Here we go.
Let's do this. Hopefully we got some audio because I can't hear. And we've not seen these videos, so
no.
This is live reaction, right? We're going to have some French videos next week. Some local people too.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Next week, if you guys see anything that you like,
submit it.
Send it to us. DM us.
Something that's outside.
Well, that inspires you, or whatever it is that you consume as a social media consumptor.
People never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask, and that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. You gotta act, and you've got to be willing to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn. You know, with people on the phone, with starting a company, with whatever. If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
Cool quote from Steve Jobs. After I listened to it.
That's what extreme ownership is.
People never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask, and that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. You gotta act, and you've got to be willing to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn. You know, with people on the phone, with starting a company, with whatever. If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
I'm super afraid of failing. Obviously, everybody is afraid, but do we let the afraid part dictate what we're going to do? No, we have to go. That sounded like the Minions, the evil. You have to just take chances and bet big on yourself and what you believe you can do. So I think that's what Steve Jobs here, founder of Apple, was trying to say. Is that what you're getting from this, Mike?
I think I can relate a lot to it. Having started businesses that have failed myself, I can say that, you know, when you go in, you're not thinking about failure, but you're rather thinking about the success that you're going to get. And unfortunately, there's a lot of incidentals that happen within the planning that's not always going according to plan that you need to adjust. But what you have to understand is that if you always want to remain in the safety zone and always think that, wait, I'm going to wait till this time happens or this happens or whatever, there's a very good chance it'll never happen at all.
So what does that mean for a real estate broker? How do we put that into context of a real estate broker?
Well, for me, it's like, just get started. Stop trying to be perfect at everything before you start. Just start, and along the way, do the adjustments.
So the afraid of failing is also perfectionism. I need that post to be perfect. I actually was looking at some stuff on the weekend. I saw a lot of posts where I'm thinking this person put too much work into the editing of this video. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, let's say they're doing a tour of a property they just listed, but they're putting way too much time on the actual editing and for what it is. Like, I would rather, and I think that most of you would agree, but you got to tell me if you don't, but I would think you just do it, no editing. This is what it is. Bang, you put it up. I'm talking about stories here, right?
Yeah.
So you waste too much time. You're too afraid, I think, of the content not being perfect. So it ends up being a wasted or too much time, not efficient. So there you go. Another example of a video here that that someone in the team
is a very difficult thing to do because it hurts. Because when you look around at your life and you look around at your job and your financial situation and your relationship and your physical health, and when you look at all those things and all the problems that you may have with those things.
Is it still playing, or I can't hear anything? Okay, today's a flop, friends.
Jocko, you know Jocko from his podcast.
Well, no,
he's all about accountability. He's all about putting in the time. Do you put in the time? What are you going to talk about for your result? I think a lot of time we talk about the result, or people call us about the result and what are they doing and what kind of time are they putting in there. Can someone be blamed for their inactions? I think that's what it's talking about. And should we hold people accountable?
Mike, you picked the video. What did you get about it? Is that what Jay?
I picked that video last week, so I'm looking at it right now, and I remember certain things. But for me, I think that the point is that you got to do what you got to do, regardless of what the outcome is going to be. You know what I mean?
No. Put it into more of a daily context for me. I'm a real estate broker. What does that mean?
I might wake up one day and not necessarily feel like, I don't know, doing my calls, but I know it's something that I have to do and it's part of my task, so I have to get it done. And that's it. So
it's beautiful.
I might not be motivated every day to do it, but I'm still going to end up doing it regardless because it's part of the discipline.
Was your Monday gym kickoff what you planned it to be, Etienne?
Well, today was a hard one. They're not always fun. Some days you get up and you're full of energy. You know, you get to the gym and it seems like this is fucking, well, this is great. And today was not one of those days. Today was like I had to kick myself in the butt quite substantially, quite a bit. And even the workout was not that great. Like the whole experience was fighting everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything was a struggle. I tripped on the machine. Like just everything was
But
like all forces were trying to prevent me from getting the
But those are the days that count the most, right? Because at the end, you probably were really proud of yourself, weren't you?
I'm always proud of myself. That's the beauty of working out and doing the things that you don't want to do, right? It's the getting to these, I call them these wins. Just getting up at 4 is the win for me. It's like, oh, I got up. I didn't want to, and I did it. Win number one.
And you didn't die.
And I didn't die. The win number 2 is I got a few pages of a book read. That's the second thing. Then I'm like, all right, I won again. I educated myself, even though I didn't want to do it. Win number 3 is I got to the gym semi on time.
So you're celebrating the small victories.
Yes, and then I feel great, and I get to work, and then I crash, and I'm tired, and no, that's not true.
We should talk about the small victories more. I felt we were on a good path with those small victories.
Yeah.
You know, telling everybody about how to hold those close to you, how to check those off every day, because those small victories, they add up.
Well, I think that all successful person, because from all the books that I've read, because I like to read biographies, no one ever talks about the big wins. No one successful had these big, huge, substantial wins and that's why they get motivated or stayed motivated. It's all these little tiny little wins. I got through my first hour. I got through my how many calls, how many emails. I got through that meeting. I got through that interview, which I didn't know how it was going to go. I did my presentation. The presentation was not, didn't go smoothly. I baffled. The words weren't coming out, all of that. But if you keep forcing yourself.
You did it.
Yes.
And I think that's more important than anything.
But so easy to just not do things, right?
Here, well, let me know how you feel about this one.
Happy? At its most simplistic state, I read DM after DM after DM, email after email after email, encounter, and it's all the same shit. People just want to be happy, whether they think it's the money to get them happy, whether they think it's a relationship to get them happy, status, a check mark, a bag, a fucking piece of clothing. Everyone's chasing happiness from outside shit when it's all this and this. If you want to be happy, I promise you it's a game of inside baseball within yourself, talking to yourself about real shit. Getting validation from the outside is a zero fucking game. They're gonna love you They're gonna hate you. It's gonna be what it is. It's a reflection of them. People that shit on you, they're hurting. People that are cheering for you, they're happy. But for you to be happy, the thing that everyone's actually chasing, no one's chasing anything but one thing: happiness. If you want to be happy, get inside, talk to yourself, get real fucking real with yourself.
Somebody better.
Jay's favorite.
Why?
Jay doesn't like.
No, I like
Gary
it.
V.
I do like it. It's because Gary's always right.
Gary makes a lot of sense. And you know what? Gary does not sell nothing. He's not selling anything. All his posts are just there to help and to share and to send a message out, a good message out. Even though he swears quite a bit, he's true to who he is, and he says it as he sees it. I agree 100%. You know, the reason why I started working out more seriously over the last 2 months is for that reason. If I feel good about myself, then I'm happy. If I feel that I've done everything that I can every day, then I'm happy. If I do the things I don't want to do or force myself to do something new that I didn't want to do or was making me feel uncomfortable, then I'm happy. All of this stuff we're doing, these interviews, this stuff, it's not a comfortable thing for most, right? It's not a comfortable thing for even us most of the time, right? We have to force ourselves to do it and learn from it. Then I'm happy at the end of the day. I go to bed and I'm exhausted, but I'm happy. Right, Mike?
I agree.
How do you feel about all this?
I think that everybody's pursuing happiness. It's the pursuit of happiness for everyone. I think that happiness is from within, and people are always looking for validation outside to satisfy how they feel about themselves. And I think that if people spend more time inside, then I think they would achieve that goal a lot quicker. I think that even if you have a girlfriend or a partner, a business partner, whatever it is, you're always thinking that that person's going to make you happy, but they can't. You have to be complete on your own before expecting somebody to share that completion with you.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Jay. What do you think?
You don't, I mean, happiness, when someone asks you, are you happy? Are you happy?
Currently,
Right now, are you happy?
Yes, because I'm doing everything in my power and I'm doing everything that I'm capable of doing.
What brings you happiness?
I just told you. What brings me happiness is pushing myself, knowing that I'm living or doing everything that I can, and I'm not being lazy or I'm not being comfortable or I'm not taking things for granted. So that'd be my relationship with my kids, with my wife, with the business, with the employees. Like it would be easy for me to be lazy with everybody. Like I could be very lazy and not do anything and or just take the lazy road. You know what I'm saying? Like let you guys do whatever, but I force myself, and it starts with the food. It starts with the training. It starts with my wife. It starts with the kids. It starts with everything. So all of these things.
Are you happy?
Mike,
are you happy?
I think happiness is an emotion. Is an emotion that's short lived. I think you live it through different periods. I don't think that somebody's ecstatic 24/7 in happiness. I don't think.
But that's why you have to do all of the things, not just have one aspect of your life going well or forcing it. Like I just spoke about business, health, family, relationship.
Yeah, but happiness is also an emotion, which means that if I'm walking in the morning and it's sunny, I'm happy. Then I got something to do. Then I'm not happy, but I got to do my responsibility.
I think you're confusing happiness with comfort.
Now I'm confused.
Yeah.
Happiness
is an emotion.
Happiness with comfort.
No, I think you find happiness maybe in the description or your definition. In
comfort.
You're happy when you're comfortable.
No. Happiness is an emotion. You could be uncomfortable and be happy about a result of something. You're not necessarily in your comfort zone.
What could you do right now today that makes you uncomfortable? And you doubt yourself you can do it. Well, name me one thing.
Fly a plane. I doubt I could do that.
I mean, here in business, like in a way that you can actually do it.
I don't think there's anything.
But then that's why you're unhappy, because you can't push yourself.
Because you can't fly a plane. Is that why you're unhappy? Just tell everyone why you're unhappy. It's because
there's a difference. I think what it says confusing here is that there's a difference between being happy and not just because you're not happy at this moment doesn't mean you're unhappy. There is a gray zone in the middle.
Like vacation makes me happy. Vacation makes me very, very happy. Make you happy?
Sure.
Does it make you happy?
Does it make you happy when you're flying back? Does it make you happy when when customs is going through your shit, or they make you wait 30 minutes? Like there's moments where things happen where you're not necessarily enjoying it. I'm not enjoying being in traffic for 3 hours. It's not an enjoyable time.
I actually enjoy it.
Well, you do. I don't.
But that's what I'm saying, because I'm going to force myself to educate myself while I'm in traffic. I'm going to listen to an audio book.
That's fine. Even if you're doing that.
Then I feel like, oh, I was productive.
Yeah, but even being productive.
And then I become happy.
Yeah, but for me, being productive and being happy has no correlation at all.
I know. And that's why it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
For you, it's more comfort. For me, it's more productivity.
What does comfort have to do with anything? This guy assumes.
All right, it's going off rails. Derailment. So Monday,
open houses, new listings.
We're gonna have many things to report back to you guys as we all get back from vacation. I mean, everybody here has finished their vacation. We talked about it. Rentrée scolaire is starting today. In the next few weeks, we're gonna have different things that we're gonna share with you. But for today, we thought we'd just share our feelings on these videos. Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, we have new listings and open houses that we share with you, and many other things to come. So have a fantastic week. Hopefully you're all happy and productive and comfortable. And we'll see you soon.
Have a good week.